We are very excited to have Thompson back. We had a huge response to Thompson on Tuesday's show, but what we wanted to do was bring you a slightly different itinerary, and this one is your ultimate chance of cruising around the Black Sea, and it is breathtaking. Keith's going to talk about that in a second, but let's go back to Thompson, because you worked for Thompson for many years,
and I
didn't
thought
you?
I was, you know, when Thompson first started cruising through the Black Sea, I was the cruise director, kind of putting together, working with them to put these itineraries together and work out how we were going to do it. This is my favourite itinerary. This is stunning, and on the Thompson, you know, on the Thomson Celebration, which is a beautiful ship, and again with Thompson, you are getting a wonderful, laid-back, classically British cruise experience. You're getting a wonderfully friendly crew. Remember, you're not paying any extra for gratuities like you do with the other cruise lines. You know, the crew are serving you with a smile on your face. They make your cruise. You become friends with them, and they're not expecting anything else. They give you wonderful food. You know, there's a fee restaurant on board. You can go and dine in as well. There's a great back bar area where they have these huge deck parties, and where you can have cocktails and watch the sunset or the sunrise as you're sailing in and out of ports. And amazing entertainment. You're always seeing Cruise Critic time and time again. If you look on the midship category, 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Thompson ships are. You know, for entertainment all the time. Celebrations right up there. Really good fun. Kind of the West End brought to you with great comedians as well.
So you're going to have a fantastic time. You're going to really enjoy it. You can have lots of fun, and this is your chance of having a 7-night cruise, but also 7 nights in an all-inclusive hotel as well. But let's start off with the cruise first of all. If you do want to upgrade on the cruise part of this holiday, you can go all-inclusive for about another £69, can't you? Which is very good.
It's really, really good value, and it's well worth doing that. It really, really is. That works out as a very, very good deal. So again, I'd recommend you to do that. This is a lovely itinerary. Okay, so you're setting sail from Marmaris. We'll talk about Marmaris later because you're going to do a week's stay here. So you're heading straight out. You've got a relaxing day at sea, and during this day, I want to mention this because one of the things we started on board was really you're going to sail through the Dardanelles or the Straits of Chinakali. This is the Gallipoli Peninsula, where you know that whole famous incident happened during the First World War, and you sometimes get a commentary on there. If you're sailing through at the right time, everyone comes out on deck, you can see the war monuments. It's incredible. You're sailing through to Istanbul, and here you've got this wonderful geographical and metaphoric melding of the East and West. It's one of the most spectacular sailings. Make sure you're on deck at least an hour before you arrive. Do not miss it. Istanbul is the only city in the world which sits covering 2 continents. The Bosphorus runs through the centre. Europe lies to the west, Asia to the east, so Asia to the right, Europe to the left of where you cruise in. Everything about Istanbul is a taste of the exotic. Fragrant bazaars with the sound of haggling merchants, belly dancers shimmering past in a flash of sequins and sparkle. You get the call to prayer with the ancient minarets, and you get the skyline of palaces and mosques. It's an incredible place. Go and get a traditional Turkish kebab. Go and do it. It's completely different from the stuff you get in the UK, and it's gorgeous. And get some Turkish delight and go and haggle in the Grand Bazaar. Stunning.
But more stunning ports to come.
Yeah, I could spend 2 hours just talking about Istanbul. I love that place. Constanza is your next port. As you go now, you've gone through the Bosphorus, you've gone into the Black Sea. This is Romania. This is like the Romanian Costa del Sol. This is a major beach resort, and you would never think this. But you've got Roman ruins sitting alongside buildings that could have been airlifted straight out of Paris. And it's their answer to the French Riviera. You've got a great casino there, and you've got miles of these beaches that you can go and explore, and loads of like water sports, bars, all that kind of feeling. You've also got the kind of glitterati that you'd find there at kind of Monte Carlo, and you could also go into the Multifar winery, which is absolutely fantastic, which is all run by the monks. Really, really gorgeous.
And then into Sevastopol next.
Yeah, Sevastopol in the Ukraine. The city's like an open-air museum, Sean. It's incredible. Tree-dotted streets packed with nearly 2,000 monuments, memorials and landmarks, which chart the happenings of the 19th century Crimean War. And again, you normally have speakers on board that will talk to you about the history of the place as well. And it talks. This is all about the Crimean War as well. If you want to go up and see the wonderful Panorama Museum, and I recommend you do that. It's absolutely stunning. And again, it talks about the defence of Sevastopol, the famous 349-day siege, and also, of course, this is where the charge of the Light Brigade happened, the famous Baklava Valley. This is all part of his history here, so you're going to find out all about this in Sevastopol. It's incredible. And then a relaxing day at sea, which you'll love, you know, just all of the entertainment, the food, get a nice tan at this time of year, and we're making our way over to Mykonos. Yeah, again, so we've gone from this wonderful place of history, this open-air museum, now to this great party island. It's gold-fringed beaches, it's these wonderful 16th century windmills that dot the island, Patronus the pelican, which is the island's mascot, who's got his own carer, full-time carer on there, is amazing. This is a jewel in the Aegean. It's a sun-blushed island, sprinkled with sugar cube houses, and it's loved by millionaires and backpackers alike. It's unspoilt, and it's crammed with tiny churches, shrines, shops and cafes. You'll know it from that wonderful Shirley Valentine film.
I love Mykonos.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, that's only half of your holiday. I mean, that's great, isn't it? But how about this? You then disembark and you're transferred from port to your 40 hand-picked hotel, because Thompson, they get their hotels in Keys.
Yeah, they like to be really, they like to control exactly, you know, in the sense that their standards are very, very high, Thompson, so they like to kind of have their own setting system. So 40 is what they're going for.
And this hotel is actually all-inclusive, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
So this is a great chance for you to relax. And of course, Marmaris is Turkey's biggest beach resort. It's got a feel of the Riviera to it, elegant palm line promenades weaving their way around the shoreline, a wonderful marina playing host to a flotilla of gleaming white yachts and traditional boats. You can the ancient and natural history served up in Dalen with the Tomb of the Kings, and you've got the Turkish tradition of the Hammam and the Turkish bath you can visit.
So just to recap, your first week is on board this gorgeous ship with, of course, with Thomson, the Thomson Celebration, and then your second week is in that all-inclusive 40 hand-picked hotel, which is, as I mentioned, all-inclusive. So that's all of your drinks, all of your food.
Absolutely.
If you do want to upgrade on the cruise to all-inclusive, you can do that starting at just £69 per person, which works out absolutely exceptional value. That ship was lovely.
It is. It's a classic British cruise holiday, this, with lashings of sun and ancient culture, Sean. Yeah. It's great.
And so Thompson, always top sellers. Here's a quick reminder of everything that you're getting for £1,099 per person there. And that does include return flights from Bournemouth. We have got some regional flights, which I'll give you a little list of those in a second as well. You've got all of your flights say included from your local airports. Just small supplements may apply for those. You can upgrade to all-inclusive for £69 per person, and you will get 7 nights all-inclusive in that 4-star hand-picked hotel, or 4T as Thompson call it, of course.
And I say this again, this was my favourite itinerary. 6 years with Thompson, that was my favourite itinerary we ever did. I love that itinerary.
I know you were really excited about this one today, weren't you?
I really was, yeah, absolutely. I am.
And by the way, there's the list of airports. So hopefully there's a local airport that you can choose there.